Sadly, it is now official that Ansu Fati will be out for 4 months. And Koeman is gonna have to find a replacement very soon. But will we have to sign anyone? Or can we replace Ansu Fati with somebody that we already have? Welcome back to Blaugrana Planet, welcome back to a new video, and today we are gonna be talking about the injury that Ansu Fati has suffered and his possible replacement in Football Club Barcelona. As you probably all already know, Ansu Fati has suffered an injury on his meniscus of the left knee and has been operated by Dr. Cugat, which is one of the best doctors to treat football players in the world. So let's talk a little bit about this injury, because this is a very serious injury, as the knee can be very affected and we need to make sure that it's treated with respect. Otherwise, Ansu Fati can go through the same thing that Umtiti went through, which is basically having the same injury and then not getting an operation as the Dr. Cugat had recommended Umtiti. Instead, he opted for a natural recuperation, although he never fully recovered and he hasn't been playing since the 2018 World Cup. I mean, we don't want this to happen to Ansu Fati, right? So I'm happy that Ansu Fati decided to take the recommendation seriously and get the operation with Dr. Cugat. This way, Ansu Fati can recover properly and enjoy his beautiful career that he has ahead. So now that Ansu Fati is going to be recovering for 4 months from his injury, who is going to take Ansu Fati's place? Well, there are several players, starting with Pedri. Pedri is an offensive midfielder that hypothetically can play in Ansu Fati's position, although he has very different qualities to Ansu Fati. I mean, Ansu Fati has a lot of dribble and speed. Instead, Pedri has more of a tiki-taka mentality and has an amazing vision. So I don't think Pedri should play in that position. I think it's wasting Pedri's talent. We also have Felipe Coutinho, although we know that Felipe Coutinho doesn't like playing in that position. We saw that under Valverde, and Felipe Coutinho ended up being on loan, which we don't have a good memory out of that, right? So basically, Coutinho is not the man to take that position. And by the way, he is doing very well in the offensive midfielder position, which I think we should play him there all season. Then we also have Antoine Griezmann, although we saw last season that that's not his position. Very similarly to Coutinho. I mean, Coutinho and Griezmann are very similar players at the end of the day. So I don't think playing Griezmann in that position is going to be the optimal to get the 100% of this player. Therefore, I wouldn't play Griezmann in Ansu Fati's position. Then we have Trincao. And some of you might think, oh, Trincao, left-footed. Maybe he can play in the left wing. Actually, no. Neither him. Because Trincao is a right winger and he likes to come in from the right side into the left, into the middle with his left foot. I mean, therefore, he is not a left winger. He can play there. Yes, you can play anyone there. You can play Ter Stegen as well if you want in the left wing. I don't know what's going to happen. No, obviously, I'm not going to compare Ter Stegen with Trincao. Trincao can actually give you something, but I want to see Trincao playing as a sub, starting from the right side. And then we also have Ousmane Dembélé. And you might think, Ousmane Dembélé, boom, the perfect one, the perfect choice. Although we know that Ousmane Dembélé is also a right winger and plays very well on the right wing. But he can also play with both legs, right? So it could be actually a viable option to play him on the left wing. And I think we could try him out in that position for a few games. But the question is that, do you think that Trincao has enough level to start from the other side? Or are you going to play Griezmann on the other side, Coutinho on the right side? I don't know if that would work. I mean, let's take into consideration that Dembélé is a right winger. Therefore, I want to play the players in their positions. And if we start changing the players of positions, then it's not going to be good. So that leaves me with two options. One of them, which I think Ansu Fati's position suits him considerably well is Martin Braithwaite. Yes, you heard right, Martin Braithwaite. A lot of you know my thoughts about Martin Braithwaite, but Martin Braithwaite is actually a center forward that can play in the left side as his second position. Therefore, I think he has very similar qualities to Ansu Fati. Obviously, the talent is nowhere near, but if we need to replace Ansu Fati with somebody that's somehow similar to Ansu Fati, that would be Braithwaite. I mean, both of them can play as a center forward and can play in the left wing. But that leaves me with one player left. A young, enthusiastic, talented, upcoming La Masia player. Konrad de la Fuente. I think it's time to give a chance to Konrad de la Fuente. He's a natural left winger and he comes from La Masia just like Ansu Fati. He also has very similar qualities to Ansu Fati. I mean, he has dribble, he has speed, he has goal, he has a lot of personality. I think that Konrad de la Fuente can be a perfect replacement for Ansu Fati, although he needs more minutes in the first team. But from the minutes that I've seen him play in the second team, I mean, he's dominating the second team. He's playing really well over there, and I think it's time that we get somebody that can fill in that position nicely. And I'm sure that Konrad deserves a try, and I want to see Konrad in the first team. Now it's his moment, now or never. And even though there are some rumors that Memphis Depay could arrive now in winter, I don't think that the management commission that's in charge right now of Football Club Barcelona should be signing any players, because the president should do that. The elected president should be doing that, and not them, who haven't been voted by anyone. So if they sign a player, maybe, okay, Koeman is asking for Memphis Depay, but right now the economics of the club are a disaster. I mean, we're on the verge of bankruptcy. So we have to be careful. I don't want the management commission to be making signings when you have Konrad de la Fuente. And if we ever get Memphis Depay, let's play him as a number 9. I mean, we're lacking a number 9 too. So if we play Memphis Depay in the left wing, who are we gonna play as a number 9? We have the same problem still. So let's make use of La Masia. We're more than a club for a reason, because we have a good youth team as well, you know, and many other things that make up more than a club, més que un club. But Konrad de la Fuente suits Ansu Fati's position, and I want to see him there. So in conclusion, guys, is that basically we should use players that are natural to their positions. And Koeman said this when he arrived to Barcelona. He said that he wanted to play players in their positions and not change them in positions where they underperform. So it's logical that Konrad de la Fuente gets at least a try in the first team. So I'm looking forward to see Konrad. And I'm also looking forward to what you have to say. Who do you think is the best player to replace Ansu Fati? Let me know in the comments down below, and of course, smash the like button and hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell if you want to be notified as soon as I release the next video. And now, and as I always say, Visca el Barça, Visca Catalunya, and see you in the next video.